Let's take a look down at the championship matches at 125 pounds. In Class A, Trenton, Washington of Omaha North, the unbeaten junior, meets Heath, Stangl of Elkhorn. In Class B, Tyler Kottas of Omaha Skutt Catholic faces Martin Maldonado of Scottsbluff. Class C, your state champion finalists are Negley of Lincoln Christian facing Rob McMickell of Hastings St. Cecilia. And in Class D, Travis Dunn of Pender meets Cody of Osmond. Well, in Class B, kind of interesting. Martin Maldonado, Scottsbluff, a three-time finalist. Unfortunately for him, he lost the first two. Let's see what he can do against Tyler Kottas of Omaha Skutt Catholic, who's ranked #1 coming in. Martin's ranked #2, so good matchup there in Class B.
Maldonado barely made it in this time because he was losing last night in the semis, and he hit a headlock in the end of the third period for the pin and the win to get his third trip to the finals.
Two other guys in this weight class were state runner-ups last year, Trenton Washington of Omaha North and Negley of Lincoln Christian.
And there Tyler Kottas from Omaha Skutt gets the first takedown against Maldonado of Scottsbluff in Class B. Trenton Washington of Omaha North in Class A, probably one of the most talented wrestlers you'll see in this tournament. 27-0, just a junior. He was a cadet national runner-up, finished second last year. Taking on Heath Stangl. Those two have never met before. This first meeting between those two.
Well, one of the biggest wins in this whole tournament was in Class D when Travis Dunn of Pender upset Robert Eklund, a friend who had only been scored on once all year, and that was in the quarterfinals when he gave up his first 2 points, but still won 13-2. So everybody expected the defending state champion to go through, but not according to Travis Dunn, who upset Robert Eklund in the quarterfinals, wasn't it? Or was that
was in the semifinals last night. He said it was the highlight of his career, but he thinks he has one more in him. He's a senior. We'll see if he can live up to that.
Well, guess what? Cody of Osmond, who's ranked #3, beat #2 Lucas Obermiller of Loop City, so he knows that was a slight upset, but Cody Dennis is certainly no slouch at 32-3, a senior, so great matchup there in Class D. Both of those wrestlers also have medaled twice in the state tournament, so this would be a pretty good matchup there in Class D. No score yet. Meanwhile, it's 2-0 in Class A, where Trenton Washington leads Heath Stangl in Class B. It is now a 5-1 score. Tyler Kottas of Omaha Skutt Catholic has really gone to work, leading Martin Maldonado. Another 1 versus 2. Right now, #1 in control with 21 seconds to go first period. We are scoreless in Class C between Rob McMickell of Hastings St. Cecilia, a senior who placed 4th last year, meeting the state runner-up from last year, Negley of Lincoln Christian.
Those two met at conference this year, with Negley coming out on top with a 2-1 victory. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that one be close and come right down to the end. Again, this is the second Negley we've seen. His brother Wesley was in the finals at 103 pounds.
That's another family that's had a lot of tradition here at state. I think was it 2 of the brothers were state champions, 2 of the other brothers? I know one was.
All 4 of the brothers were state medalists. I don't remember exactly how many were state champs.
Meanwhile, we recap again in Class D. They are underway in the second period with no score.
And it looks like Dunn we're still down in the second period, and Dennis still in the down position. A potentially dangerous situation stopped there by the official Dave Saylor.
Just getting underway in the second period. We'll try to get underway in Class A. There will be a caution there as I believe Trenton Washington jumped the gun a little bit. Trenton on the bottom from Omaha North, leading it 2-0 over Heath Stangl of Elkhorn. Heath, a junior, placed 3rd last year at state.
Maldonado with the legs in Class B on Kottas, and he trails 5-1. Kottas jumped out early on him. Maldonado, like I said, though, very dangerous, likes to throw and likes to cradle, so keep an eye on that one.
No score in Class C underway in the second period, and Negley of Lincoln Christian in the top position with the blue singlet. Rob McMickell of Hastings St. Cecilia. He had a big victory along the way, upsetting the 3rd-ranked opponent, Jacob Hoyt of Plattsmouth.
There was an escape and another takedown by Trenton Washington of Omaha North in Class A, so he extends his lead to 5-0 now.
Still no score in Class D. A minute to go in the second period.
And no score in Class C either.
Cody Dennis now comes to his feet, trying to get the escape, and faces. Will he get the escape? No. Very, very close.
Maldonado doing a good job in Class B of riding, but not able to score anything off of it. Gone almost a minute in Class B with no score in the second period.
And here comes Dennis again in Class D. Cody Dennis in the bottom position, trying to get that escape desperately. Any point there, I think, is going to be huge. But good riding by Travis Dunn of Pender. Meanwhile, Trenton Washington going to work, leading at 5-1
Looking
in
to
Class
get another
A.
takedown there. He's going to lead 7-1 now in Class A. Looking for some back points, but I think, well, Stangl looked like he was getting out of bounds, and Washington pulled him back in.
And Cody Dennis is going to get that escape. He had battled and comes up with it in Class D. And Cody Dennis of Osmond now leads at 1-0 with 10 seconds to go in the second period. And now Dennis trying to get the takedown.
And Tyler Kottas from Omaha Skutt gets the reversal in Class A. He now leads 7-1 there. And we're still tied at 0 in Class C between Miles Negley of Lincoln Christian and Rob McMickell of Hastings St. Cecilia. Again, 1 point separated them at their conference meet. And it may end up the same way here. McMickell's choice in the third. He's going to take down. An escape might be enough to win that one.
Actually, that's Negley, I believe, taking the down position. Isn't it? Or
no,
I have messed up. I'm sorry.
McMickell's got the green leg bands on.
Yep, you're correct.
Going into the third period in Class B again, Tyler Kottas from Omaha Skutt leading Martin Maldonado. Kottas placed third last year, 119 pounds.
Cody Dennis of Osmond now with a 3-0 lead in Class D as they are in the third period.
But it looks like Travis Dunn about ready to get a reversal here.
Still battling Trenton Washington. Meanwhile, leads 7-2 as Heath Stangl of Elkhorn gets the escape point as they are in the third period with just underway there. And still battling is Travis Dunn of Pender, trying and trying.
Now he finally gets the reversal. So now he trails 3-2 with just under a minute and a half to go in that match.
Meanwhile, about a minute to go in the third period in Class C as Miles Negley of Lincoln Christian in the top position trying to turn Rob McMickell of Hastings St. Cecilia to get a point, but unable to do so. It is now a 9-1 lead in Class B. Tyler Kottas of Omaha Skutt Catholic leading big with about 1:15 to go third period over Martin Maldonado.
And there's an escape by Cody Dennis of Osmond. He now leads 4-2 with under a minute to go in Class D. Again, Kottas of Omaha Skutt, kind of the Clark Kent of that team. Very unassuming looking, but when they turn the lights on, he puts the cape on and just gets the job done. There's a stall warning against Maldonado now. Kottas leads 10-1, which would be enough for a major decision. Again, we're watching that the scoring race to see who's going to set the state scoring record between Omaha Skutt and Millard South.
And Trenton Washington, as you mentioned, he is a very talented wrestler, leading 11-3 now over Heath Stangl of Elkhorn, an unbeaten junior trying to get a state title with about a minute to go in the third period. It is still 4-2 in Class D between Travis Dunn and Cody Dennis.
McMickell leads by 1, and he's going to get a takedown there on the edge. No. Official Shane Strobel felt neither wrestler had control, but McMickell leads 1-0 with just 7 seconds to go in that match. Negley tried for a throw. McMickell almost countered it.
And we got action in Class D.
That's Cody Dennis, who's got Travis Dunn of Pender on his back.
And there's a pin. Oh, my goodness. What a turn of events in Class D. A big victory for Travis Dunn of Pender.
And Rob McMickell of Hastings St. Cecilia avenged his loss at their conference meet with a state title in Class C by a score of 3-0. He got a takedown right at the end on a desperation move by Miles Negley. And your state champion in Class B by a score of 12-2, Tyler Kottas of Omaha Skutt.
And all we have left is 16 seconds now in the Class A match. These matches really ended in a flurry. But what a quick victory. Travis Dunn of Pender coming up with the pin right toward the end of the match. That was huge.
We've got blood stoppage in Class A between Trenton Washington and Heath Stangl of Elkhorn. Washington, of course, from Omaha North. He leads 11-4. Trying to get his first state title after a runner-up finish last year.
Well, again, we have pretty much a full house here at the Quest Center. I'm Steve Roth along with R.J. Neby, enjoying our first trip here. I'm one of the old guys around here, one of the few people that have been able to watch a state wrestling tournament at all 4 venues. I was in high school, got to see the wrestling at the Coliseum as a Cub reporter back in '76. Saw one of the matches at the Pershing Center. And then, of course, all those years at the Devaney Center, and now here at the Quest Center.
I knew you were old, but wow.
Here we go. Trenton, Washington trying to get a pin. As
Stangl able to fight off. Clock's going to run down, and Trenton, Washington
almost had another takedown, but he'll win it 15-5, and it is an excellent-looking wrestler. And so to go with his state runner-up title or state runner-up finish last year, he'll win a state title for Omaha North. He's unbeaten this year at junior, so he has that another year left. So Trenton, Washington, a big win, 15-5 over Heath Stangl of Elkhorn, who is also a junior. Never know, could see them both in the finals again next year. I think we do have a rematch. We'll see a little bit later this afternoon of 2 guys that made it. Let's take a look now at your results at 125 pounds. Again, your state champion, Trenton, Washington in Class A with a 15-5 win over Heath Stangl of Elkhorn. In Class B, Tyler Kottas of Omaha Skutt Catholic wins it 12-2 over Martin Maldonado of Scottsbluff. Class C, it's Rob McMickell of Hastings St. Cecilia, 3-0 winner over Miles Negley of Lincoln Christian. In Class D, your state champion, Travis Dunn of Pender, wins by pin over Cody Dennis of Osmond.